bread and butters, 50-50s, kill confirms, setups, and just overall cooking your opponent. That's what today's video is all about. I'm gonna give you guys a combo guide, all right? But I'm also going to break down my play style, and it'll help some of y'all. I'm gonna give y'all the controller setup as well. This is gonna be all of that in one. Now, right now, I'm about to play a montage to show y'all some of the stuff that you can really do with Black Adam in this new season that you might not be aware of. If you want to skip it, you can use a timestamp. If you just want to get straight to the training, we can get straight to it. But check this bit out for me.
Musicality.
Cold flames got it feeling like therapy. It ain't no bird or a plane, it's a chariot. I got a cross on my back and I carry it. Thought I was weak and I think it's hilarious. Back from the dead, I hide out the tomb since I was a youngin'. I done been abused. I do this for God, don't do this for views. I can't be off balance, got faith in my shoes. Thought you was hot, but I'm hotter. Radiate off the light of my father. Ain't no worries, the Kuna Matata. It's Errol and Dizzy, you know it's a bobber. Gotta do what you know what I mean. Holy Spirit, you know what I need. Lately been dealing with greed. I thought gambling would help me succeed. All I need is your blood in my veins. Started reading in an IV. They may say that they don't know my name, but in heaven I'm VIP. And some people won't be ID. There's a power that's beyond me, shining brighter than neon green. You can't get here without a degree. By degree, you know that I mean Fahrenheit. I'm on fire for Jesus, I carry light. You can't when I burn, this ain't candlelight. Set the city on fire like the Canaanites. I'm on coco, I'm ready to boom. Set the tone when I step in the room. Know that one day you'll come for me soon. I won't move till you tell me to move.
I feel so lost. My past was torn me apart. It's on constant replay in my thoughts. This pain is a cross on my heart. Lord, I need you to save me. Lord, can you save me from myself? Lord, can you save me? I need you to save me. I need help. I need help, it's been constant attacks on my family, feel like it's cracks in my sanity. Lord, I'm so stressed. It's been testing a minute me. I've been losing sight of my humanity. Really feels like my efforts are vanity. With my past on my skin like it branded me. But I tried to go burn it away. When the merch was a birth of mistakes. Couldn't purge all I heard in the shame. Never looks on my face is a stain. And that boy that you knew ain't the same. He was dead, he need to be saved. But my God known for raising the grave. Since I was born, I've been dying to live. Just know he get life when he call out my name. Yeah. Listen, I could have been Dobby. So destructive ain't good for my body. So I'd rather do good for the body. I can't dwell on the past. I can't dwell on the life I ain't have. Rather focus on replicating God's love in this road that I see up ahead. Man, I rap for that kid on the ledge. That battle with moments that sit in his head. That telling me worth and better off dead. Looking for something that take off the edge. Just know that you're something to someone who bled for you. He's been there for me, just like I know that he'll be there for you. I know that's rare for you, it was rare for me when I felt so lost. My past was torn me apart. It's on constant replay in my thoughts. This pain is a cross on my heart. Lord, I need you to save me. Lord, can you save me from myself? Lord, can you save me? I need you to save me. I need help. I need you to save me. Lord, can you save me from myself? Lord, can you save me? I need you to save me. I need help.
Let's get to the actual breakdown of this video. And for those that skipped, I'm gonna show you guys my controller setup. Okay, I want you guys to be able to see like what's really going on with my controller settings and understand like how I actually play this game and why I'm able to play the way I play. I do use, so I've switched controllers. So now I'm using, and it's still a controller with paddles on the back. I'm using the Astro controller, a very old controller, been like 4 years old or so. Has paddles on the back, and this helps me because I only really need 2 paddles. This is why I switched from my other controller that I was using. Long short, let's make this very quick. So for my attacks, I attack with the analog stick. I do not use the buttons at all. Okay. My dodge is my back paddle. That is this one. My neutral dodge, I still use this paddle. I don't have it set to a different one. I just use this paddle to neutral dodge as well too. I jump with R1. I neutral attack with R2. I neutral special with L1. And then for specials, I struggle with flying with Black Adam when I try to play regular. So this paddle is my fly button. So I always fly perfect every time. I don't have an issue flying at all. And even with other characters, just hitting up and down is always an issue for me, especially like trying to use L2 as your special, the triangle as your special, going up and down. It's just a struggle for me. So I changed it to this paddle, and then my down special is me pushing in the right stick. If you didn't know, you can take advantage of that right stick because you get one punch this way, another punch that way, up, down, and then you can use the R3 as another attack. And that's basically it. When it comes to the dead zones, 28, 28, 58, 58, these are perfect for me. I noticed that before I was having a hard time like punching on, it would make me punch behind my, I don't know, it was doing some stupid stuff. I would punch behind, so when I came up with these settings, this I've been very good with. I haven't had any issues. Input buffer, I use 10. I haven't been having any issues with that either. I don't use tap to jump. Attack to pick up weapons, I do use that. So if I'm standing over, I can just flick the stick and just pick up, something on the ground or anything like that. All right, my Black Adam is a counter fighting Black Adam. My focus is more on punishing my opponent, realizing what their scheme or setup is, and playing through their setup. Now, it's a tough style to play, but with time, you will figure it out. So most Black Adams, when they play aggressive, they play offensive. And offensive means you always have like forward movement. So a lot of times you'll clap, you see them clap forward, you see them chase down like this, you see them go like that, right? If they come out and hit some, they always do like this. You know what I'm saying? They're always throwing out stuff. Like it's always something, right? There's always a move that's coming out. That's not really my Black Adam. I'm more patient. I like to set people up, and I like to figure out what your offense is and run through your offense. It's basically like playing rock, paper, scissors, or like if you think about antonyms and synonyms and connecting the dots to which move fits here, which move fits here, which move fits here. So my Black Adam is a lot more different. I like to utilize the side twos for setups instead of just like, playing defensive and getting out of pressure. So as you can see, these are a lot of setups to confuse your opponent when we're on offense, and you have to constantly keep guessing when is he going to finish the combo, when is he not going to finish the combo, when is he going to put me back in another 50-50, is he sending me upward, is he sending me downward, is he going for a tech roll setup. The whole point is that I try to throw different combinations at you, especially depending on what type of player you are, whatever type of player that I'm going up against. If they're jumping, if they're constantly dashing, I try to have combos and I try to have situations that help me best shut them down. Shut you down. Like, it don't matter if you're a grounded player or if you're an aerial player. My combos, my setups, my counters, they all lead to something. All of it leads to something else, and that something will force you to guess, and I want you to do the obvious situation. So I'm gonna show you guys a couple of things that I work on to build up this play style. I'm gonna use the bot, for example, to help you guys out with this play style. All right, first up, I'm gonna show you guys the jab into dash cancel. So we're gonna put the bot to dodge away after hit stun. This right here is a setup. So we're gonna punch the enemy one time. We're gonna force them to dash away from us. When they dash away, we're gonna cancel this with a dash tag. This takes us horizontal, and no matter what the percentage is, this gives us some guaranteed kills, even at a lower percentage. Now with this, there's two ways to go about it. You can either go for the hit, go this way, do this one right here, like that for the follow-up, or you can do the dash cancel, which is a lot more efficient. Oops. And then it goes sideways. And that's a lot more efficient, right? So as you guys can see, there's a follow-up afterwards. So there's multiple different follow-ups here. It depends on what your opponent does. If they dodge past you, we have a side 2 to cancel that. And if they don't dodge past you and they try to like jump neutral right by the wall, we got something for that. So I'll show you guys the first option. Go jab. Now I'm guarding, right? Okay, so that's one. Just guarding. This one is for players that like to play at the edge. Hit here. I'm back. Clap. So there's different approaches that you can have with this combo, especially when people like to either play at the edge or they try to hurry up and dash past you. The first one was the left side 2, so that it brings them back to you. You charge that up with a down kick. Now we have a counter for that, and we waste both their dodges. That simple, just by doing this small setup. This one is one of my personal favorites. This doesn't matter if the bot is away, towards you, it doesn't matter. We're gonna still do the same setup. We're gonna punch the bot once, but this time we're gonna hover and fly. What this allows for us to do is to see where our opponent is going. Now we're gonna add in 2 things, 2 approaches here. One uses meter and the other one doesn't. The first one that does use meter, we're gonna punch it once. Okay. And that right there, once we get this set up, mind you, I didn't have to extend to the edge of the stage. I didn't have to chase. I'm using the neutral 2 to do that work for me. As long as you jab them one time, they're in enough hit stun for you to follow up with this. The second one that doesn't use meter, we're gonna jab, hover, and do the same exact thing, and still follow up here. Now, as you can tell, the bot is gonna try to recover super, super fast, so we have answers for that. I like to do that too, so go for this one. I could have just kicked back down. So you can go for this, kick down into that right here. It's a lot of stuff that you can do at this edge, but again, this is about creating situations for your opponent that they're uncomfortable with, and they're not used to seeing stuff like this coming at them with Black Adam. And like I said, this works no matter what side that you put them to dodge to. So if I wanted to switch it up, and let's say I have them dodge towards me, it really doesn't matter because it works regardless. And the only problem is that if you do it in a closer range, you have to pull back so that you can get that, right? You have to pull back and make sure that when you do the down kick, pull away from them. If you don't pull away from them, you'll get this whiff. And this happens a lot when you're inside of somebody's body with Black Adam. So that's the only downfall about doing this one. This one requires a lot more practice. Get a double down. You get a double one. I don't know why this game doesn't always read that as a tech roll, but if you don't get the tech roll, you can continue with the jab afterwards and follow up. I know. Now, what I've heard a lot of Black Adams tell me is that they have a hard time like KOing their opponent. And a lot of the issue is most people are depending on this side 1 to do a lot of the work. There's just times where you're just not close enough. Let's say like you do like this and you're just not close enough to it, right? And let's say you don't have a lot of meter. So you could just waste meter and go like that, but let's say you don't have meter for that. You're out of meter. Okay, well there's an easier way to carry your opponent than just doing that specifically. So you can do the same thing, this time send up and send them up straight, right? Okay. So when you do this, if you add one more thing to this, which we get this move a lot, right? We get this move a lot in a match. Okay. So when you know that your opponent you have a lot of momentum going this way, you can just send up like that as well too, right? Or you can do a little something a little more fancy. This adds that extra flair, especially if your opponent is constantly falling for it. If our opponent is just falling for, this move right here. Yes, you can. Yes, you can just do this. But that doesn't always kill, right? So we're working on guaranteed situations where I know for sure this is gonna kill. So all you need is a little jump in between. When you go for the down one, make sure you go for a little jump in between.
Like totally invincible.
The beautiful thing about the last patch is that they fixed this move. It has a lot more range and it goes a little bit more further and it hits where it's supposed to hit now. So when you get this off, just make sure that you have that little bitty jump in between. If you do the little jump in between, this will not drop and this kills everybody. And they don't even get me started, especially if your opponent is a jumper. So let's say you're going up against somebody that jumps a lot, right? If they're jumping, okay, we're gonna punish them. Instead of going for this and then trying to chase down there, you'll whiff, right? So to get something that's more guaranteed, jump with them, catch them here. Oops. All because they jumped. So if you have somebody that jumps a lot and you punish the jump up here, you can kill up here. And it's a beautiful way to kill your opponent. And it just shows the difference between you and other Black Adams. It shows a level, right? It shows levels between you and the Black. And this even kills at like, if let's say you got somebody that likes to jump way up here, like they're falling down. If you just regular jump, like double jump, and you catch them like this, that kills at like 30%. If I'm not mistaken, I think this kills at like 40% too. Let me make sure. I think it might be 50, but it could be 40. I think for sure 50. If you're way up here and you bring them up to you, that kills. This kills. I think it kills at 40 as well. This just like, this shows the levels, bro. Like this really does show levels between Black Adams and like who. Okay, so 50. So 50 for sure is a kill for this move right here. So if you happen to be way up here and your opponent jumps up with you, they are dead regardless. They cannot be up here with you. The side one doesn't always kill. Like this doesn't always kill, right? That's not gonna kill. You do get a free chase down, don't get me wrong. But again, we want situations where we know we come out on top in these situations. This one is really crucial. A lot of Black Adams have a hard time KOing after they do like a down one, right? Because they always either want to use side two, they want to use up one, or whatever case. Like this right here is to make it as simple as possible and to give you guaranteed situations. At 90%, you can kill without doing any extra work. No chase down, no fly, no nothing. Okay, it is as simple as this. We're gonna go for a down kick here, one jab here, and I'll drop it here. One jab, kill. That's simple. That's simple. No extra work, no hard work here. Kill. You don't have to try to chase with a side two, because sometimes like that right there, that'll happen. You try to do this, and you try to go like that, and that'll whiff. All of these whiff. You try to go like this, you try to be cute. You can do that too if you want to do it too. But this one right here is the easiest KO here. Straight down. Right? I mean, it's just so simple. It's so easy. Anybody can pull this off, and mind you, when you get to the higher percentages like 100, you don't even need to do the jab part, right? You can just go straight into it. So you go for a down kick, go straight into it, send them down. No need for the jab. Once they're at 100, once they're above at 100, okay. Same thing for the smaller characters. If you want to send them up, you can go up, but he's a heavier character, so he won't work for him. But any of the smaller characters, straight down. Smaller characters, you can go up or down, but the heavier characters, you just want to go straight down and get them up out of here. And that's really it. Like that's really it for all the my setups and stuff. Now I'm gonna just let y'all see my combos. Let y'all see how I put all of this stuff together. And if you have any questions, anything that you feel like you want to ask me or you need help with, man, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I try to help everybody. I do coaching sessions as well too. If you're a member on my channel, and make sure you take advantage of that. All right, being a member of my channel is a big deal, because if you need help with combos for other characters, or how you want to come up with more creativity, you want to analyze your own gameplay, break down, understand what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, become a better player offensively and defensively. That's basically what I'm here for, bro. I'm here to answer all y'all questions, to give y'all the stuff that I didn't have when I was trying to learn fighting games. I really wanted to get better, and no, I just didn't really have nobody to teach me. When I finally found those people, I didn't find them until I got older. So, man, I'm trying to influence the new evil champion, whoever y'all trying to be out there in the fighting game community. We need more of y'all out here. And I just want to give y'all my IQ that I have in fighting games, period. So, enjoy the rest of this combo video. For all y'all Black Adams out there, it's time for us to level up, man, to get up on that top 100 leaderboard. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Get to training, man.
I know not